Hey buddies, welcome back to another video. It is I, Chess or Cheslet, I don't care how you pronounce it. And today I'm bringing the video that everybody's been calling for, which is a Myers video. More importantly, I'm bringing you the Myers Rework video. I know some people have done it already, but I want to put my own 2 cents in, and I decided to take the time that I've given myself with the new schedule to work hard on trying to figure out, well, is this fun? Is this fair? Is this more powerful? You know, yada yada. And I really hope y'all do enjoy it, and see if y'all, and again, I want y'all's opinion at the end. Tell me how you feel about it, and just, yeah, that's all I gotta really say. I will be trying to get more Myers videos out, but at the moment he's kind of not been the strongest and most enjoyable to play. So, again, I'll try and get y'all more Myers videos. But anyway, this is Myers, this is Rework. Here we go. The shape's power is the evil within. Press the power button, most notably L2 for controller or right mouse button for mouse and keyboard, to stalk, highlighting the survivor or survivors as Myers gains evil from them. Whenever Myers stalks survivors who are in the middle of conspicuous actions, such as healing, repairing, blessing / cleansing a totem, he gains 5% more stalk when stalking them. The distance in which he stalks no longer matters, so he is able to now stalk further away like he does in the movies. There is no drop off the further away he is, nor is there an increase the closer he is. No matter how close he is now able to stalk at you at the same rate. Fully stalking a survivor takes 10 seconds, and this allows you to reach the first tier. We're going to now take it to where fully stalking somebody doesn't take that long, however, it does at least reach you the next tier. So if he's going to reach tier 2, he has to stalk only one person. If he wants to reach tier 3, he has to stalk 2 people. Survivors now passively regain stalk or evil for 3 minutes passively, if they're not doing anything. Doing conspicuous actions such as healing, repairing, blessing / cleansing a totem increase the amount of stalk passively gained by 10%. So this allows him to get his power more often, and he's not out of a power if everybody is like runs out of stalk. Simply playing the game, you get your stalk, the evil and stalk back, so that he can again still keep his power and not lose it. Once Myers gains enough evil, like the Oni, he can press the secondary power button to tier up from tier 1 whenever he wishes. Tiers. Tier 1. Duration, infinite. Myers is undetectable and moves at 4.4 meters a second or 110%. His lunge attack is now normal, not that baby lunge. He has a new feature. Myers gains a 5% speed boost when carrying survivors, rewards any stealth grabs, or simply downing somebody in this state. During this time of tier 1, he can stalk a survivor fully to reach tier 2, but must press the secondary power button to tier up. And if he finds a second survivor, he can fully stalk up to tier 3. This is why he's so slow. Having this ability to go from tier 1 to tier 3 instantly, it's not fair if he's moving at 4.6 meters a second. So we bring him down to hunter speed and slinger speed so that, you know, he's a little slower. He still has pressure once he's in these tiers, and he still has pressure even with that, even when he's in tier 1, but we're not letting him be that fast, you know. Tier 2. Duration, 60 seconds. Myers gains a tier radius of 60 meters and moves at 4.6 meters per second or 150% speed. His lunge attack is normal. His vaulting speed is reduced to 1.48 seconds. His pallet's break speed is 2 seconds. Since tier 2 is now going to be a limited time event, he's going to have a little more chase power. He's going to break that pallet just a little faster. Stalking a survivor in tier 2 either puts a survivor into the first stage of paranoid or puts them into the second stage if they're already in the first stage. Michael consumes the rest of whatever's left of tier 2 and reverts back to tier 1. The more time left of tier 2, the more evil or stalk he has left. So, for example, if there's 75% of tier 2 left, when he consumes it, there will be 75% evil ready for you. So you can immediately stalk somebody for about 25% more stalk, and boom, you have tier 2 back. However, if you decide to instantly tier up and then immediately slump somebody into paranoia, you only get 50% of your stalk back. So you're not able just tearing up, putting somebody into paranoia, tearing back up since you only had, say, 90% left, and then going back and forth. That'll be too fast. We're going to slam it. If you do it at 100%, you're slammed back down to 50% of the evil when you tear back down. Otherwise, when Myers stalks in tier 2 and doesn't have a survivor in his line of sight, he gets a killer instinct on any stage 1 paranoid survivors. Tier 3. Duration, 60 seconds. Michael gains a tear radius of 32 meters and moves at 4.8 meters per second or 120%. This is so he can actually catch up to people with this move. Most people, when they hear Michael's tear radius, they run and hide, or especially if they see him, they pre-run. They make sure that they're out of his way. Granted that it slows down the game a bit, but it's still a matter of fact that he doesn't catch up to anybody. He has this big thing where he can't catch up to anybody. So we're giving him that little nudge so that he can move a little bit faster. His lunge attack can either stay the same or they add a 0.1 second, so a little bit more extra distance for him. So he has a little more chase potential. His volt speed is now decreased to 1.25 seconds. His pallet break speed is 2 seconds still. All survivors are exposed for the duration of tier 3. Stalking during tier 3 puts the survivor into stage 2 paranoid and drops him down to tier 2. However, he can no longer slam another paranoid onto somebody. So once he's in tier 2, stalking doesn't do anything. It just, if anything, it slows you down. However, he does get a small speed boost of 10% for a small duration of 15 seconds. So giving up the ability to one shot and all the little extra buffs, you still get a speed boost for just giving that up. However, if he lets himself go through all of tier 3, all 60 seconds, he will revert back to tier 1 with 75% of tier 2 ready. The paranoid system. Once you've seen the boogeyman, you will always be looking over your shoulder. Once the survivor has been fully stalked or a tier is used, they become paranoid. Paranoid has 2 stages. First stage of paranoid, duration infinite, sort of like madness tier 1. Once you've seen them, you will always be looking over your shoulder. It will be there for the rest of the match. Survivor's visions become darker, not dredge dark because we don't want to make it unfair, but slightly dark enough to where it impairs them enough so he can still come around at certain angles or they can't see him as much in the open. They can see up to 60 to 70 meters, so there's a bit of distance where they can no longer see, but again, it's going to still be light enough around them so it's not unfair like a dredge dark. However, when he's close to other survivors, it is increased to 80 to 90 meters. So, whenever you're close to somebody, boom, you can see a little bit farther because you're a little bit, calmed by their presence. When Michael's in a chase with a paranoid survivor, he gains a 5% speed boost. This is not available in tier 3. He already has that in tier 3, so this is going to kind of incentivize a little more if you want to play tier 2. Kind of helps out a little bit again. And, of course, it is incentive to put survivors into paranoid as fast as possible. Second stage of paranoid. Duration, 60 seconds. However, you do revert back to stage 1 once hooked. All effects of the first stage are still in effect. Survivors are oblivious. Stage 2 paranoid survivors periodically scream as if they saw the boogeyman, and can cause stage 1 paranoid survivors that are close by to also scream. When they scream, they are unable to drop and vault pallets and windows. Sort of like a Dr. Shock in a sense, but it's just as long as they scream. Stage 1 paranoid survivors or non-paranoid survivors can reassure or calm the second stage paranoid survivors 4 times, decreasing the amount of time left in the paranoid stage by 15 seconds. This allows them to, get them out of it because it is a sort of powerful stage where, they're not going to be able to hear Michael coming, and it kind of gives him information. So it's, little, especially against Swifts, it'll be a little hard, but once you get used to, putting something into paranoia and then, or paranoid, and then slamming them again into stage 2, it allows the survivors to reorganize themselves, and it also makes sure that once they do all 4, they're out of it. You can now move on, and you won't have free information, and they can finally listen to if he's coming. Especially since, again, like I said earlier, you can't hear him coming, and if he's in tier 3, you're kind of screwed. Add-ons. Starting off with the brown add-ons, we have blonde hair. Increase needed stalk to reach a tier by 50%, but gain 100% more blood points for each tier up. This is a meme add-on. You want to get blood points? Hey, slam this on. Boyfriend's note. Paranoid survivors become blind. Memorial flower. Increased stalk gain by 10% overall. Tacky earrings. Paranoid survivors breathe 20% louder. Dead rabbit. Increased speed boost earned by losing tier 3 by 3%. Jewelry. Increased amount of stalk earned when stalking more than 20 meters away by 10%, but decreased amount earned when stalking 20 meters or less away by 10%. Reflective fragment. After stalking a survivor for 1 second in tier 1, reveal their aura for 3 seconds. Hairbow. Remains the same. Jeremiah's Memorial. Increased stalk gain rate by 20% overall. Jewelry box. Increase the duration of tier 2 by 60 seconds. However, it needs 150% more stalk the first time you reach it. Judith's Journal. Stalk the obsession increased by 40%, but decreases stalk rate by 10% on every other survivor. Mirror Shard. After stalking a survivor for 0.5 seconds in tier 1, reveal their aura for 5 seconds. Lock of Hair. Increase amount of stalk earned when stalking more than 30 meters away by 30%, but decrease amount earned when you are less than or equal to 30 meters away by 30%. Tombstone Piece. Can Mori 2 stage 1 paranoid survivors after hooking them each at least once. Scratch Mirror. You cannot tear from tier 1, however you can now move 4.6 meters a second and gain a 32 meter radius of aura reading when you stalk. You can still put survivors into paranoia by stalking them for 10 seconds in total. Infinity Mirror. You cannot tear up from tier 2, however you can still go down to tier 1 when consuming it to put a survivor into paranoid. However, you must now press the secondary power button. You gain a 60 meter radius aura reading ability when stalking. Judas Tombstone. Can Mori stage 2 paranoid survivors, but you gain stalk 30% slower overall. Fragrant Tuft of Hair. Tier 1 now moves 4.6 meters a second, but tier 3 now has a 1.5 second charge time to activate. And a large, loud noise. Quality of life, just don't make him have a weird aurora sound when he is stunned. And maybe have his animation make him where he looks away and then looks back. And he has that heavy breathing. Update his model and his walk animation if you want. That's fun. And add the cosmetics from the movies like Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, Halloween 2018. Same for Laurie. And of course, as well as the Rob Zombie movies. And add the music. Either change it for each cosmetic or mainly just for his cosmetic. And change the menu, the one where they're in the lobby just chilling. Because everybody doesn't want just the 3 notes that play when you're playing Michael and then it's the normal DVD killer theme. You can let that now be, a whole song plays. Same for Laurie. So that they each get their love for being literally the first license in this game and kind of the icons of horror themselves. Michael as one of the biggest slashers and her as the literal original Scream Queen. Anyway, that is it. That is my rework for Myers. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the bell notifications to see more videos of mine. And again, tell me what y'all think. If something should be changed, or if you think something's a little unfair, just tell me and I'll make a video answering those and saying, well, okay, I see where you're coming from, or maybe I don't. I don't know. We shall see. And again, I will catch y'all later. Peace.
Are we gonna play now? Ready for the show? I'm about to take down, you already know. Get the fuck out of my face now, yeah, you gotta go. Man, I'm on the chase now, leave me on my own. I got a chance to break now, here I fucking go. Take control of fate now, I control my flow. And I know that I'll be great, how putting on a show.